Sergio with Mobility Direct, and today we have a real life scenario here. I wanted to just put a video out there to show you how to change the batteries on a Go-Go. This happens to be an Elite Traveler 4-wheel, but there are many Go-Gos that have these types of battery packs with a handle on it, and it just sits right there under the seat. You may have one just like this, so I thought this video might be helpful for you. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your battery box and turn it upside down. On the bottom side, this one already has the screws taken out, but I just want to show you the screw holes. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if you take those screws out, which I already did, you should be able to just get that little rubber covering out for the charging port and then take the cap right off. So you can see there are the 8 threaded holes for those screws, and the batteries are now exposed. Now you may need a long screwdriver to get in those holes to reach the screw heads, or if you're using a drill bit, make sure it's on the lowest torque setting and have an extended drill bit. For this job, you really don't need much except for the screwdriver and then something to disconnect these battery terminals, which if you look closely, they're just nut and bolt style terminals. We already have a pair of brand new Duracell 12 volt 18 amp hour batteries. These are completely dead. We've tested them with a voltmeter. You can test your batteries with a voltage meter, and you should be getting around 13 to 14 volts if they're fully charged. And there's another video which we're going to link at the end of this video that shows you how to test your batteries to see if they're needing to be replaced or if they're fine and it's something else like your charger or your scooter. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my tools here. So I have an 8mm socket and a pair of pliers here. I'm going to go ahead and start by disconnecting the terminal connectors. So we're going to zoom in here so you can see what it's like to do that. It's a very straightforward process. All you really need to do is have the right tools. So I'll put this here and we'll fast forward through this part, but essentially we just need to get every single one of these off. Yep. So you want to keep these in order and make sure they go back on the same way. So I'm going to leave that there and start with the other set. We're going to go ahead and fast forward through this to not bore you. It could take a few moments depending on how much practice you've had. All right, so my fourth nut and bolt is now disconnected, and just want to make sure you don't lose anything here. Make sure everything's going back in the way it was. So we'll go ahead and just move the terminal connectors away, and there's a little bit of Velcro. So it is, and it's a little heavy, so if it's hard to get out, don't be surprised. Keep your hand down, pushing down on one, and basically pull up on the batteries on the other. So now the batteries are out of the box. Next step is to basically just get your new batteries and drop them in. Here's one. Now, if you want to take the Velcro off these and put them on the bottom of your other, you can. But you don't have to. It's totally optional. But we're going to do that in this case because it's for a customer that dropped it off and want to make sure she gets her batteries back the way she expects them, which is basically the way they were showed up, the way they were dropped off. So take them off and just put them there along the bottom. So the battery stays put. Very simple work here. Next thing is to just line up the nut and the bolt. And this can be a little tedious if you have big fingers like mine, but the key is to just take your time, get that nut thread it onto the bolt, go all the way until you can't really do it anymore with your fingers, and then tighten with your tools. There we go. So that's one. That's two. We'll go ahead and take the strips off the bottom of this one. All right. Now, I want to point out it is very important that the red goes to the red, black goes to the black. With any of these terminals that we've been dealing with here, even these last two, you can see red's going to red, black's going to black. So if you don't do that, you're going to have big problems. So pay attention to that, and go ahead and get this last terminal connected. Tighten these two up. Good. And looks like that's tight enough. All right. So, looks like everything's tight. Want to check down here and make sure everything looks good. The harnesses going into the fuse look good. So, at this point, we can just put the lid back on and begin to tighten up the screws on the bottom that hold the lid in place. And carefully make sure the lid stays on. Lift up my towel, and I like to rest it on a towel so it doesn't scratch up too much on the top part of that lid. Now these screws, some of them stayed in there and didn't come all the way out, so I could see those from the top. You may need to use a flashlight, because sometimes, depending on how old your box is, the screws don't fall out that easily, but they will become unscrewed. Go ahead and fast forward through this part and come back once they're all tightened, but the key is just to go into each one, and don't over tighten it too much. Whenever you're dealing with plastic shrouds, this is made out of plastic. You don't want to really over tighten, because you could crack the shroud. So be careful with that. Just go until it's snug for all 8 of the screws. Notice your customer is missing a screw on the terminal connection through there. Not a big deal, but we will go ahead and replace it there. That just holds the terminal in place. If you need to replace it, you need to add or remove those 2 screws to replace that terminal connector. So we're almost done here, about halfway. We'll fast forward the rest. Rolling. All right, so all the screws are connected now. Batteries have been replaced. It's important to note that you must properly dispose of your batteries. You can't just throw these away in any random trash can. Look up your local laws. Dispose of your batteries properly. This battery case now is ready to go. I'm going to drop it in. It's connected, and so it's beeping at you. I didn't follow my own rule, which I always say, check your brake lever. It's in the neutral position, gonna move it to the drive position. I'm actually glad that happened though, because a lot of people call us every single day and they say, my scooter's not working, what do I do? Well, if it's beeping 5 times like that, you just change the position of that yellow lever like we just showed you to the drive mode, turn the power on, turn it back on, and cross your fingers, it should work. And it does. So as you can see, we've successfully changed the batteries. This scooter wasn't even turning on, it wasn't working, and that's because the batteries had no voltage. They were completely dead. When we took the voltage meter to the batteries, to each terminal, it read 0, which is very rare, but it happens. So again, I'm gonna link to the video that shows you how to troubleshoot your batteries to see if they are in fact bad. But we appreciate you watching this video. As you can see, it's a pretty straightforward process when you need to replace batteries on a go-go scooter. They pretty much all work the same way. If you have any questions or you'd like to see another video on another model like this, drop a comment below. We'd love to get some suggestions on our next video. I'm Sergio with Mobility Direct. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.